So, how to remember that you're still a beast. This video is for people who have hit bad days, who maybe something happened in their life that doesn't make them feel good, and now their emotions drop, and now they start to think like shit. Now, all this stuff's happening, right? You hit a bad day, your speech is bad, and your self-esteem drops, and you think the world's ending. Like, I get these messages constantly. Chase, I was on a good day, I was feeling good for the last few weeks, few months, few years. And then out of nowhere, my stutter just came back. I feel like the weight of the world is just on me. I feel like I'm just tired all the time. I feel like I have no energy. I feel like my personality is just now been diluted. I'm this leaf in the wind, and I can't control anything. I'm depressed. That was me. I get these questions all the time, like, what should I do? But that was also me. Like, I resonate so much with people when they say that. And this is something that I struggled with for a long time. And I now know what to do. So I'm going to share it with you. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chase Gillis. I help people overcome stuttering the authentic way. Without speech techniques. I'm not using any speech techniques. Just through discovering your true authentic self and exposing that to the world. Being as vulnerable as possible. And when you do that, you learn expression. And expression is the complete opposite of repression. Anything that you repress will make you stutter. So it's about becoming the most authentic, the most expressive version of yourself. That's what I do. But this video is not about me, it's about you. So how to remember you're still a beast. So if you had bad days, if you feel like shit, this video is for you. First thing I want to touch on is that, dude, ma'am, sir, it's okay. It's okay. If you feel like no one in the world understands you right now, no one in the world has the ability to understand you, no matter how much they try, let me be the one for you to understand that I understand you. I understand what you're going through. I was in your shoes. I know it's fucking tough. I know it drains you. I know it makes you feel tired. I know that your personality is so much more fucking vibrant than what you're showing the world right now. And I know you have the ability to show it again. And you're going to show it again. You just have to get out of this little mindset you've been stuck in the past few days, few weeks, few years. It's not complicated. It's simple, alright? It's not the easiest process. But I'm going to start you off right here. Start you off right, alright? So the first thing is just, it's okay. It's okay. You're completely fine. You're still the same human being, and I still love you. No matter what, I still love you. The first real thing I want to talk on, that was really real. But the first the first tactical thing that you could take from me is that, what does your body look like right now? Are you laying in bed on your phone, about to drop the fucking phone on your face because your hands are getting too tired? Like, what are you doing right now? What are you doing? Are you scrolling through YouTube? Are you scrolling through, it'd be YouTube right now. But what were you doing before this? Were you scrolling through Instagram, Facebook? When have you ever scrolled through Instagram for an hour and you get up and you're like, man, I feel fucking amazing? That never fucking happens. That never happens. I'm getting mad at you now because I was playing it nice to start, but this is real shit. What are you doing? how do you expect to help yourself if all you do is go on YouTube? If all you do is play on Instagram, play on Facebook, play this game of diverting yourself from your real issues. Now, if you're happy with how you feel right now, and you want to feel more of how you feel right now, then continue to do exactly what you're doing. Continue to scroll through Instagram, continue to scroll through Facebook, continue to scroll through YouTube. You're on the great track. But if you want to actually change how you feel about yourself, how you show up to this fucking world, if you can be a light in someone's life or if you can be the fucking cloud, it's really up to you. And what separates you from being that cloud versus being that light is the ability to say, I feel like shit right now, but I'm still going to do something. I'm still going to do something that I know will help me. I'm going to tell you the exact things to do right now. So look at your body. What are you doing right now? What have you been doing recently? Have they been helping you or still making you feel like shit? Using it as a distraction from how you truly feel. Is it weed you're smoking? Is it alcohol you're drinking? Is it YouTube you're doing? Is it porn you're doing? Is it like, what is it, alright? Then fucking cut that shit out. Oh jeez, I can't do that. Yes you can. Cut that shit out. Be very blunt with it. Like, delete fucking YouTube. This is a video of action. Alright, I'm not going to tell you, just do this, and maybe if you feel good enough, do this. No, like if you seriously, I'm seriously trying to help you because I know the pain you're in. If all you're doing is using Instagram, YouTube to distract you, do a week break from that. Delete that shit for a week. And work on yourself. If you've been using porn, stop jerking off. Whatever, if it's games, stop playing games. Like, delete that game. Unplug your Xbox and say, like, just make the commitment to yourself that I will not touch that Xbox controller. Alright? Look at what you're doing. And then actually look at your body. How are you coming across to this world? Are your shoulders slumped? When you walk, are you keeping your head down? Like, what is signaling negativity in you? What is it? And then think about, what would you look like if you were confident? Would your shoulder be more back? Would they be relaxed? Would your arms just be draped down? Would you look at people in the eyes when you pass them? Would you give them a nod? Would you give them a smile? Like, what would it be? This is something I used to do when I felt anxious. I would divert my eyes as quickly as possible. Anyone look at me, I would divert my eyes. The first thing I would do was I would go to the gym. I'd make it a challenge for me that for 10 people at the gym, I'm going to look at them in the eyes and they are going to be the first ones to look away. I don't give a shit if it causes me 5 real seconds of anxiety. I don't care if they're juice monkeys and they would snap me in half. I'm going to look at them until they look away. And that installs that confidence back in you, because you stopped doing that when you didn't feel good about yourself. But if you look at what you've been doing when you feel good about yourself, how your body looks, how, like, what you do with the eye contact, and you start to do that shit again, the mind follows the body and the body follows the mind. Your mind will start to believe you're in a more confident state, a more calm state, a more relaxed state when you physically put yourself in that state, even when you don't feel like doing it. Something else I used to do, I used to walk down the street when I would be in a bad stuttering day. I'd walk down the street and I'd walk in the most cocky, the most confident way. Like, it would be so douchey, but it'd be like this. Like, so confident that I would feel so much discomfort. So much discomfort. But I was putting my body in that state. And my mind started to follow. I started to feel a bit better. And that allowed me to take better actions for myself. That's the first thing I want to show you. What are you doing right now? What habits have you been doing? Cut them out if they haven't been serving you. Change your actual body formation. And then, you ready for this? This is the second part. Is pain inside of you can almost always be traced back to you not resisting what is. Let me say that again. Pain can almost always be traced back to you not resisting what is. What are you resisting right now? What are you resisting? Is it because you're in a bad stuttering day and you don't want to accept that the last call you had to make to the Domino's delivery, like that's pizza is depression. Like pizza's no good for you, it's gonna fuck with your brain. But was it that call and he hung up on you or she hung up on you? Was it because you went to the drive-thru and you couldn't get a word out? Was it because you went to talk to your mom and normally you'd be fine, but you just couldn't get words out, and now you feel like even your safe people can't comprehend how you feel right now? Like, what is it that you've been resisting? Why don't you accept it? It's happened. What other choice do you have? What you continue to resist will always persist. Always! There's no exception to this fucking rule. Why are you resisting it? It happened. Take a deep breath in. Feel where that resistance is in you. Feel where that tension has been bundled up. Is it anxiety that's in your stomach or in your chest? Is it worry that's in your chest or in your stomach? Like, where is it? And purposely feel it. And purposefully say, I have to feel this. You have to feel it. If you resist it, it will continue to persist in you. These emotions aren't bad. They're neutral. They're just energies. They're just energy inside of you. Why are you resisting it? It's because your own saying you don't want to feel that way. That's bullshit. Feel that way. Realize you can't change the past. And that goes back to what I just said. Like, pain can always be traced back because you're not resisting reality. Once you resist what actually happens where you are right now, there is no anxiety in the present moment. There is no fear in the present moment. It's because you're thinking about the past or you're trying to predict the future. All that's bullshit. When have you ever been in your future? When have you ever been in your future? You've never been in your future. You've only been present. And when you think about your future, out of a lens of anxiety, of fear, that is only going to fuck up your future even more. You're trying to predict your future that has unlimited possibilities, but right now, all you're focusing on is how anxious it's going to be, how fearful it's going to be, how much you're going to fuck up, how much you're going to stutter, how much all this, how much you don't want to stutter. But the more you try to control it, and the more you place in your brain that you're scared of it, the more fear you're going to come to your future. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy because you'll tell yourself, oh, damn, I knew that was going to happen. I knew I was going to stutter a lot because, look, I stuttered a lot. It's because you fucking made that in your head already before you went into it. And the third thing I want to talk about really quick, is that you are going into interactions, most likely, if you're in a bad stuttering day, you're going into interactions trying to prove something. Trying to prove something to the other person or trying to prove something to yourself. Trying to prove to yourself that I don't stutter, I'm completely fine, I'm cool. You're trying to prove to them that you're a cool person, that you don't stutter, that you're not weird, that you're just like them. You're trying to prove something. Anytime you're trying to prove something or you're reaching for something, you're always going to stutter so much more. And not only that, the reason why you're going to stutter so much more, because it shows that there's a hole inside of you somewhere that you're trying to fill up from external validation. You're trying to grab it, and anytime you're trying to heal yourself from external shit, it's not going to work. So just know that, and instead of trying to prove something in these interactions, come in with the intention of, how can I provide value? You're not trying to prove anything. You're not trying to get anything. You're just trying to give value. You can still give value if you stutter, 100%. You're not going to judge yourself if you stutter or not. You're going to judge yourself if you give value. I'm going to think of a random thing on the spot. I'm going to test myself. If you and your friend are walking, all right? If you guys are walking down this street, and he walks past, you guys both walk past this sample tray, and he says, "Man, I wish I could have had a sample of that." Like, bro, you could. Like, nah, it's we've passed it already. Like, no, come back. You think in that moment, how can I provide value? You get him a sample. You're like, no, hold up, 1 second. You walk back, you grab that sample, you say, "Thanks, lady." You give it to him. "Oh, thanks, man. You're welcome." That's it. You start to give value. And when you start to give value and help other people, you help yourself. Right now, most likely, you're trying to help yourself by taking it from the other person, by validating yourself from the other person, and that shit never works. All right, so there's 4 things I covered. First thing is, you're fucking all right. I understand you. I love you, no matter what, unconditionally, and you're all right. The second thing was a bit more harsh, and it's like, dude, wake the fuck up. Girl, wake up. Change what you're doing. It's clearly not serving you. Go and do something productive. Go and do something that gets you out of your head. Go and do something that makes you feel good, that moves your body around. Put yourself in good positions. All right? The third thing is, accept it. You have pain right now. You're getting pain right now because you're not accepting what is. You are resisting it. Accept it. What other choice do you have? And the fourth thing is to give value in interactions. Change that intention to give value. And that's massive. That is massive. All right. And last value nugget is going to change your life. And what it is, well, it might change your life. It might change your life if you sincerely want to change your life, because I'm now offering you a free one-on-one call with me where we dive into your situation and we find out if and how I would be able to help you, because that's what I do. I help people overcome their stutter. I help people become authentic. I help people become expressive. I help people become the truly fucking them. That makes no sense. I help people become the true versions of them that they desire to be through overcoming your stutter as a byproduct of being authentic, of showing your true self. So if that's the case, if you do want that path, then I'm offering you right now a free one-on-one call with me where we can dive into your situation and see if we would even be able to work together. If you're interested in that, look down below in the description and you'll see book your free consultation on my website, and click on that, and that's that. So I love you. I hope you got a lot of value from this, because you deserve it and you're awesome. And peace.